Hi there and welcome or welcome back. My name's Tania from Tatty Treasures. Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm filming this on the actual day that it's going up, so it's the 12th of December today. I've been missing for a couple of weeks. You've not gone without a video I had pre-recorded, but yeah, life's been very busy. And I was hoping to get in earlier this week and it just didn't happen. So yeah, so let me tell you where we are and what we're doing. So we're making a 5 signature journal, and I can't remember, I think we've just done the ephemera on video. I don't know how much of this part you've seen. So I've just put 5 signatures together. I've done 3 in scrapbook paper and then 2 what's got like a greetings card in front. We'll just have a flick through one of them. I think at the moment there's 11 or 12 pages in. I've not put any tea stain paper in yet. So we've got a kit page which I've sewn 2 together to make them a bit thicker. We've got a book page, a paper bag, kit page, book page. That's a piece from the kit, or one of the kits that I was using. Wrapping paper, that's part of an envelope from the kit. Another kit page, and then that's the centre, that's the other half of the envelope, and obviously it's the same throughout. Those 2 are, you know, very similar, and then we've got 2 which are a little bit different. So I've got an envelope opened out, kit page, another greetings card, some scrapbook paper. That shouldn't be stuck down, but it is. Oh my goodness, that's like a flip from out of the kit. I'll show you the other side in a minute and it'll make sense. That's the kit page, book page. That was just some craft card what I did some splashes on. Another kit page, and that's the middle, and that is the other side of that flip lock. So I've attached that book page to it, and then once it's sewn in, I'll probably glue another sheet into there or something. So those signatures are very similar as well. So this is going to be a hardback, and I thought, I've never sewn in a 5 signature before, so I thought maybe I'll do a hidden spine instead of putting the cover together and having, you know, limited room kind of thing to sew them in. But if I just sew them into the spine and then attach the spine to the cover, that might be a little bit easier to sew in. So I think let's measure how big it is to see how big we want the cover. So it's 9 inches high. So I think I'm going to do it exactly 9 inches. I don't feel like I need it to be any higher than that. I'm not putting anything else in. They're probably a little bit higher. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I'll do it 9 1/4, just so it's high enough. Just getting a pen. So height 9¼ and then let's have a look at the width. Now on these I do want to put a bit of a frill, so that one's, so if I did them at 6¼ I want it to be quite, you know, fitting to the actual pages, so 6¼ that away. Okay, and then spine, so if I just put it like so, and at the moment it is 2 inches, so if I do it at 2½ inches, because I want to put some tea stained pages in there, so that'll bump it up a little bit, and then we obviously want some space to grow, so we'll go 2½ inches, 2½ inches spine. Okay, so let's pop these out of the way for a little minute. So I've got some grey board, so if I cut this down, how high is this? Because I'm not going to be able to get that into my cutter that way. Okay, so I'll start cutting it down 2½, 6¼ 6¼ Okay, I need to get my big trimmer out, which really doesn't fit in this space. It's a little bit of a squiggle, a wiggle, a squiggle and a wiggle. That's I'm going to put everything. Okay, so if I go 6¼ so let's go over there, so that's 6, I think that's 6¼ so that'd be 6½, yeah. Okay, I think it's just moved. Let's put that. It doesn't cut very excuse me, let me bring that down. It cuts a lot better when you're going the other way. It's pretty hard work going that way. Oh, it's hard work going both ways. Oh, goodness me. Right, so that's 6¼ hopefully. That's yeah, that's fine, because I do want things sticking out of the side. So that's 6¼ let's do another 6¼ let's bring that down, so 6¼ okay. It's a very dark day. Oh. Okay, why you think it'd grip it a little bit better? Okay, that's the second one, and then I want this to be 2½, don't I? So again, let's bring that down. And so we've got 2 there, so 2½ is there. Yeah, I could do with another lock on that side. Did there used to be one of these come off or something? Oh God. Okay, and height wise we want it 9 1/4, so we might as well do this now, hadn't we? So 9 1/4. Ugh. Okay, there. 9 1/4. Sorry if the lights on there, you know, there's obviously nothing I can do about it. Okay, that's that. And 9 1/4. Okay, so that's all those pieces cut out. I'm going to save the long piece because it'll come in for a spine. Right, let's get rid of this. Okay, so we're back to normal. Let's pop that in there. Okay, so I'm going to cover the spine first, and I'm going to do it in this scrapbook paper. So I'm going to leave some paper each side so that the paper can then be attached to that side. Okay, so, and then there will be another paper over the top, so both of these papers will attach to the cover like so. Yep, that will work out fine. So how much do I want? So shall we go about 2 inch? Let's do that. So I can do it flush to the bottom. Obviously I'm really just thinking on the fly. I'd even forgot, you know, what I was doing until I came in here this morning. I'd forgot what I got on my desk. So 2 inches would be there. I'm gonna go 2 1/2 because I think the more that's stuck onto the cover, the more secure it's going to be. So if I glue that there, and then another 2 1/2 there, so I want to cut it off there and there. So I'm going to pause and do that. Okay, so I've got all that cut out. I'm thinking I would probably be best to colour the top and the bottom before I stick that down. So I did think I might do it with like gilding polish, but I'm going to see if this ink covers over it. So this is scorched timber, and it is, yeah, very dark, so that will cover that perfectly. So you're not going to see any of those sides. All you're going to see is the top and the bottom. So we'll just cover that with this. So I'm going to do it with this because obviously I've not got to, if I did it with the gilding polish, I would have to wait for it to dry. So for, you know, video's sake, I'm just going to cover it with that. Okay, so I'm going to stick that down on there. Now I do need another piece, don't I, for the other side, which I've obviously not got enough left on that sheet, but I'm wondering if I could have just a smaller piece on one side. I think that will be fine. Yeah, I think that will be fine. Will it? No, I think by the time that's like folded and you've got that give, you're only going to have a little bit. So I'm going to have to use something else on the other side. So let's choose something. So if I have that on the inside, this is the paper that I'm going to have on the outside cover. So that looks beautiful with it. It won't have that red around it, but yeah, that looks really nice with that. What do we want more? Oh, let's get that one. It just tones a little bit better. So that's that. I'm going to need to cut that the same, aren't I, as this piece. Okay, so let's just mark this. Okay, so I'm going to cut that down, and then I will be back again. Okay, so I've cut those both out. So let's just give this an ink again around the top and the bottom. Okay, and this one. I think I've only done a hidden spine twice before. I don't think I've done it like this. I don't know if this is a way that people do it or not. It just popped into my head as I was thinking about it this morning. So I want to mark this the same look so I know where to put. Okay, that's fine. Right, so let's get this one stuck down. Just going to use the clal. I will have to pause in between just to give it time to adhere. So it does take a while. So those of you who are with me regular, I have I've now bought myself some Beacon 3-in-1. If you remember, I'd been using a different fabric glue for ages. I've nearly finished it, but I'm going to make some. What am I going to make? I'm going to use some scrap fabrics up and then sew them. So I thought, not today, probably after Christmas. So I thought that fabric glue will probably be fine for that. So it's going to get used up. And I bought some new, what you call tacky glue. So I'm going to give this a go. Because I've heard good things about it. Okay. Let's see if that's anything like straight. Just using those as a guide. Okay, so I'm going to leave that a good 5 minutes to stick down. I think then I'll attach. No, I won't. I need to attach. Oh, hold on. Let me think about it. So if I was sewing my signatures into here. Oh yeah, so then I would put that bit on after, wouldn't I? Okay. So that's that. So I'm going to leave that to dry a little bit, and I'm going to find some paper and we'll make a thing so I can do my holes correctly. I'm only doing 3 hole, but obviously we're going to need five lots of. So, and I think I'm ready for a cup of coffee. So if I go off and do that while that dries, we'll make a template. So that's 2.5 inches, isn't it? If I remember correctly. So, have I got a piece of paper? Oof. Okay, some white there. So if I get that cut down to the right size, make a cup of coffee, and then we can do the template, do the markings, and then we'll sew it in, and then we can attach the back piece after it's sewn in, so that will cover all the threads. But I think before I attached that, I think I would attach these down. Why is that looking? Oh, that's off a little bit. Isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, then I would attach those. Then I would attach that. So that would cover the thingamajigs. Is that going to be difficult? Because you've got to think at that point your signatures are going to be, you know, sticking up. So your signature's going to be like that. Then I'm going to be sticking the panels in. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I think I'm going to actually ink all around these as well. Yeah, let's do that. I think I'm going to also, I'm doing a lot of thinking. I'm going to get my knife out and just cut that. So it's only off a little bit, but yeah, I think it could be enough to make the book a bit wonky. So I'm going to cut that down. Right, then we're going to make a cup of coffee, and yeah, that'll give me 5 minutes to formulate my brain. Okay, I'm back. So I've cut those, well, I've cut that one down, what was off a little bit. So I'm going to ink again the top and the bottom. Oh, and one of the sides. I was gonna originally, when I was thinking about it, I was gonna wrap the paper over it, so that you wouldn't see these inside edges. But I think because I'm doing the hidden spine part, if you think that the signatures would be there, then to, you know, be here wrapping that over and stuff, I think it'll be either impossible or just really fiddly. So I'm going to cut the papers just to fit. Okay, and I can always rub some gilding polish on it, you know, after it's all constructed. This one, because I find this ink too dark, but actually for things like this, it's perfect. I think this ink will be nice, like when you're doing Tim Holtz and stuff, because it's virtually black. Okay, so that's covered those. put my lid on. I've got my cup of coffee. I'm gonna say I wanted to tell you, you know, what I've been up to and stuff. But because I need to concentrate, I shall have a proper catch up with you when we stick in a ephemera in. So I've cut this exactly the same size as this. So if I fold that in, won't be in half, will it? How do you get 5? Because normally I would fold that and then fold that, and that would make 3. So how do I do it to do 5? Well, I think it's every... Let's think about this. So it's 2.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I still want a middle, don't I? Because there's going to be a signature in the middle and then 2 either side. Oh, I know. Oh, I am silly sometimes. Okay. So folded it in half. So that's going to be our middle signature. Okay, I've got my scoreboard out. So the middle is 1.5. So if I score it, no, it's 1.25. How's that right? Well, that's what it's saying. So if I go to, say, that's... I bet you're screaming out to me. So if I mark that at... Right, I need to think. Okay, I've ended up doing it at the first one's at 3/8, then 7/8, then 1 1/4, then 1 5/8, and 2 1/8. So those two match each other, those two match each other, and those two match each other. I just couldn't work out a way of having them exactly matched. And they probably, you know, there is going to be a way, I'm sure, but yeah, my brain can't cope with that. So because I wanted to make sure that, you know, the signatures what are on these sides have got enough room against the side covers. So that's my 5, and then we're going to fold it in half because that's where, you know, our middle we'll sew it in. And then you normally go like that, don't you? But I always find that too low. So I'm gonna go like that. Okay, so that's one. So I folded that in like so. And then that. Like so. Okay. So do you think I'd be best? I think I'd be best to ink these, because then I'll be able to see a little bit better. Oops. Come on, I need to keep it thin. Right, yeah, that's okay. So let's ink each one of these. So yes, I'll fill you in of, you know, everything that I've been doing in the last couple of weeks, because I've been away I've had the grandchildren. I've been, you know, to look at different Christmas lights and Christmas shopping and Christmas wrapping and, you know, all the things that most people are running about doing. And then in between doing things, I've been absolutely exhausted. So, you know, I've just not had the energy to come in here. So I was doing well getting in front with videos, and then I don't really know what happened. But yeah, normally, you know, I've got ahead. So that's that then. Okay. Right, let's think where we're going next. Okay, so I'm going to line this up on to here, and I'm going to clip that down and clip this down like so. Okay, and then my holes are going to go across there, and across there. Okay. I could do with a book, but this is a self-healing mat, isn't it? So that should be okay. Right, where did I put my awl? So I'm obviously going to try to get, you know, as centre as possible of these markings, but because it's a hidden spine, you're not going to see if it's a little bit wonky, which is why, you know, I wanted to go for the hidden spine, because I don't think that I could get 5 exactly the same. I mean, I could have done it and then just covered it over with lace. Yep. Hopefully these are going through, but if they're not, as long as it's marked it enough, I can obviously go through the holes again. So I'm just going to sew the middle signature in first. Then I'm going to sew the other ones off camera. I'm going to end the video at that point because I need to video Saturday's video as well, which will just be a continuation of this. You know, the rest of the cover, because I'm out again. What day did I say it was? Thursday. So I'm out tomorrow and I'm out Sunday. So yeah, I thought if I split, you know, whereas I would have done an hour's video and done it all in one video. And, you know, you ladies are busy too, so you probably aren't bothered about seeing it all in one go. And like I say, I'm not going to be that chatty because I'm obviously trying to concentrate a little bit. Okay, so that's that. Maybe should have done the holes that way because that's the way we're going to be sewing them in. So if I just go over it, it just makes the hole a little bit more, you know, open. I was going to say knowledgeable. Oh, well, I'd have more knowledge of where the hole was if it's more open. But yeah, I don't think the it makes the holes any more knowledgeable. Oh dear. Anyway, right, I think that's fine. So we've got all those holes in. Okay, so that's that bit. Let's get that up there. So my middle signature is, oh, I need to put some papers in, don't I? I said I was going to put some fingers in. So let's I've got my let's try for 3. So I think 1 there. I'm wondering if these are going to be too wide. So I don't really want to at this point be trimming things off. I feel like I've gone past that part. No, they're fine. Okay, so that's 1. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I'll just put 3 in each one then. So does that make it 14? 14 in each signature times by 5, which is, oh my goodness, 50, 50, oh, 62, 70, so that's 70 pages, which is, yeah, that's fine. Anyway, I think it works out 280 sides. So let's make sure everything is the correct way. I think it's fine. We have just flicked through it, haven't we? Is that the right way? Yeah. Look. I'll have to put some tape over that, but we'll do that once everything's in. That goes on there, like so. Might add, you know, something else on there. Okay, so that is fine. Obviously those won't cover in, but I can do that once the signatures are in. And I've got some beautiful ribbon to go down these. Now I did and ah about sewing it on, but I just thought it'll make it difficult for me to be putting the signature in. Okay. Okay, so I'm pushing it all into the spine and making sure, you know, everything's towards the bottom. We've got a little bit of giveaway there, so it doesn't matter, you know, are they separated kind of thing inside. So that's going to go in the middle. So I think I'm going to pop that there and one up there. Okay, so to find the holes, is this the exact same size as that? Yes. So I'm gonna just gonna, I might have to redo those clips. So I'm just, that's just at the side of the middle crease. So I'm gonna pop a hole in there. Okay. And that. Are we through? Ish. Yeah. Okay. And that, which isn't obviously going to catch some of the papers, but that's fine. Okay. And that's that. And we're going in that middle one. So if I put my all in there, and it's the third one that we want, so just keep that in there a tick. I'm going to use, well, it doesn't matter what thread I use, does it? 1, 2, 3, and cut that off. Oh, it still ended up being a longish video. I will have to upload it and recharge my phone up before I do the next video. Okay. So I'm going to go through here. I've got quite a thick needle, but I wanted it for the length. Okay. Oh, this might be a bit too thick. Let's see how we go. Oh. Yeah, I think that's going to be too thick. Okay, let me change my needle out. I really do need some new needles. They're either too thin, too thick. That one's probably, the trouble is I don't, you know, when they've got a really sharp end, you can tend to catch things. Let's just see how we get on with this. I feel this is going to be too thin, but right, so we're going to go through that bottom one. We're on the middle line. Just going to put the awl back and follow, hopefully follow that awl. Yeah. Okay. Then the top one is there. So that's the middle one. As long as I just keep remembering there's two, you know, it needs to be 2 holes to the side, then I should be okay. Let's move some of this stuff. Right, I'm going to take these off. What's going off? Yeah. I've got to come back through, haven't I? Oh, I am silly. Okay. So, eke through. I doubt if I'm through the middle, that just sent. No. I've not really got much thread here. Okay. Let's put some. I think I've already gone through the thread. Yeah, I'm in the right mess here. Wow. But I do think that is because the needle is too thin. Oh, look what I've done to the thread. Okay. That's it. Hopefully I've not pulled the, you know, the doobie-doo through. Right. Yeah. I don't know where I am. I'm not in the right place. But I think I'm nearly there. But yeah, I think I'll have to have a break, you know, at each, there I am, each signature. I do. I mean, some of them, they'll go in really lovely, and then, you know, you'll have one or two what are going to be a nightmare. So let's pull that out. I'm definitely not doing any more with that needle. Okay, so have a look around this back. Sorry about all the wafting. I can't really help it. I've gone through the thread here as well. That's it. Okay, so I've got a string each side. Pulling it tight. That should be fine. Okay. I'm going to cut that off just so it's the same length, but I'm going to keep them long because I may put some charms on and run them that way, so you've got the charms at the top, but we'll see as I go on. So that is the first one in. Yeah, it all looks fine. So I'm going to leave this video here while I'm uploading and charging up, charging myself as well as my phone. That's a bit wonky, isn't it? I can obviously mess about with that. I'll probably have to cover that up with something just to make it look a little bit neater. So that's that. Yes, I'll sew the other 4 in while everything's charging up, and then we'll come back, which will be Saturday's video, and we'll attach these to the covers and cover the covers, and then I'll probably, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna go drink this coffee, and I'll see you on Saturday. And yeah, then next week when we sticking everything in can be a little bit more relaxed and have a good gossip. Okay, I hope everybody is doing okay, and yeah, I will be back on Saturday. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.